Good day to all. Today we can discuss the topic about initial value problem in finite element analysis. The finite element analysis always follows the partial differential equation with the polynomials. So, what is initial value problem? Let's see. Generally, the differential equation has the form of like dy by dx is equal to f of x. Here, what is dy by dx, what is y dash, and what is f of x? So, here dy by dx is called as a derivative, and y dash or y is known as dependent variable that is available with the equation. After that, f of x, which is known as independent variable. So, dependent variable always depending on the independent variable ranges. So, which is the form of differential equation. Here, x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. Here, how can we perform the differentiation? Yes, d by dx. For example, if I consider x power n means, here the general formulation as like n into x power n minus 1, which is the general formula of differentiation. Here, I consider the one mathematical equation which is y equal to x square. How can I apply? Here you see, the general formulation is n into x power n minus 1. So, y equal to x square is differentiated with this general form. So, x square is converted it into 2 into x power 2 minus 1. So, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So, 2 into x plus some constant may be added to that independent variables. So, some variations also available, so that we should identify this constant value which is c, but we can add that constant value, unknown value into the equation. So, the equation is called as differentiated equation of y equal to x square, which is y dash is equal to 2x plus c with the derivative of dy by dx, which is the general formulation that are available with the differential equation. After that, the step 1, initial value from boundary condition. How can we solve the initial value problem with finite element analysis? Let me see. The first, I consider the equation, differential equation as like dy by dx plus y equal to 0. Here I can write the same equation as like y dash plus y is equal to 0. Here y dash is the derivative and plus y is equal to 0. Likewise, I can represent the differential equation in initial value problem. After that, here this problem has some boundary value which is y of 3 is equal to 2. Here you see only one boundary value is given, so that this problem is called as initial value problem. Here what is y of 3 and what is meant by is equal to 2? Let's see. Subsidiary conditions, those are called as subsidiary conditions for the respective differential equation problem. So, subsidiary conditions are given one value of the independent variable. Here, y of 3 is equal to 2. Here, x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. Likewise, we can understand the equation. Here, x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. Here you see only one value for independent variable available, which is x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2 as the dependent variable. So, this problem is called as initial value problem. Here, initial value according to boundary condition, x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. So, how can we solve this problem? From the aid of auxiliary equation identification and complementary function utilization for finding solution in differential value problem, which is the step available with the finite element analysis initial problem solving. So, assume every problem auxiliary equation is started now. The first step, assume arbitrary constant for arriving the auxiliary equation from the given problem. The as arbitrary constant always looking like y is equal to e power k into x, which is the arbitrary constant equation. Always we think, which is the first step. After we differentiate that equation, which is y dash is equal to dy by dx is equal to, already I told what is the common formulation that are available with the differential equation. So k into e power kx. After that, the dy by dx may be called as y dash. So the given problem is y dash plus y is equal to 0. Then I can substitute what is for y dash and what is the value for y. Already I found the y dash is equal to k into e power kx. So I substitute here the y dash value plus y. Already I assume the arbitrary constant, which is y is equal to e power kx. So I here substituted so that I can get the arbitrary constant equation for auxiliary equation as like k e power kx plus e power kx is equal to 0. Here the common term e power kx is available in the two elements, so that I can take as a common thing e power kx into k plus 1 is equal to 0. So auxiliary equation from e power kx is equal to 0 I can omit. From this, auxiliary equation is k plus 1 is equal to 0. From this I can get k is equal to minus 1. From this, how can I get the auxiliary equation? Let's see. I substitute the k value in arbitrary constant from my assumption y is equal to e power kx. So I substituted minus 1 for k. So y is equal to e power minus x, which is the formula for, which is the solution for auxiliary equation. Then what is the next step? We can move to find the complementary function equation. What is the complementary function equation? Here also you assume complementary function y of x is equal to c1 into e power minus x. Already we know what is e power minus x, which is the auxiliary equation. So here I consider the c1 and y of x with respect to the given boundary condition. Let's see what can we do with the next step. Yes, applying given boundary condition y of 3 is equal to 2 in complementary function. In this problem, the boundary condition is y of 3 is equal to 2. Already I told about what are all the independent variable, what is the dependent variable available with the equation, and also what is the independent variable, which is x is equal to 3, and dependent variable y is equal to 2, which is the boundary condition that is available with our problem. Only one condition I have, so that this problem is the initial value problem. Okay, so now from this boundary condition I can apply it into the complementary function, that is y of x is equal to c1 into e power minus x. What happening? Yes, y of x, here I see, here I collect y of 3 as the y of x is equal to c1 into e power minus x. What is the next step? Yes, y of 3 is equal to 2. Already I have the value, so that 2 is equal to c1 into e power minus 3. How the minus 3 came? Minus x. Here you see y of 3, independent variable x is equal to 3. From my given conditions, I can pick minus x is equal to minus 3. Okay, x is equal to 3, so I substituted 3. So I can get 2 is equal to c1 into e power minus 3. After that, I can find the c1 value from the available equation. So I interchange c1 and 2 with each other. As per mathematical rule, I can get c1 is equal to 2 into e power 3. So interchanging the other negative element, converted it into positive element, so that c1 is equal to 2 into e power 3 I can get. After that, applying above solution, here I got the c1 value from the boundary condition substitution in the complementary function, and from this solved c1 value I can substitute again on that complementary equation. So complementary function equation already available with the y of x is equal to c1 into e power minus x. But now I identified the c1 value. So solution for initial value problem is 2 into e power 3, which is c1, into e power minus x. Likewise, we got the initial value problem solution from the available only one boundary condition. So this problem is called as the initial value problem. Now you may aware about what is initial value problem in finite element analysis concept. If you are having any doubt, you may ask me through comment box. Thank you all. Next class we move to boundary value problem. Okay. Now you should understand about initial value problem. Next we can move to other topic. Thank you.